Ever wondered where your Instagram posts go or how your bank somehow remembers your account balance instead of saying, "Sorry, bro, we forgot where we put your money"? Or how YouTube remembers exactly what weird videos you watched at 2 am? Well, that's the job of something called a database. And no, a database isn't a magical underground vault protected by hackers wearing hoodies. It's actually much simpler than most people think. So today, let's dive in how databases store your data step by step in a simple way. Step 1. What even is a database? Imagine you own a small notebook. Every time someone buys something from your shop, you write name John, item headphones, price $50. Simple, right? Now imagine your shop gets 1 million customers. That notebook is about to have a very bad day. That's why we use databases. A database is basically a digital system designed to store, organize, and find information quickly. Think of it as a super organized notebook that never gets tired of keeping records. Step 2. How data is stored. Let's say you create an account on a website. You enter name Alex, email alex@gmail.com as 22. When you click sign up, that information doesn't just float around the internet looking for a home. The database stores it, usually in something that looks like a table, like this. Each horizontal line is called a row. Each vertical column stores a specific type of information, pretty much like an Excel spreadsheet, except databases are way faster and way smarter. Step 3. Every row gets an ID. Now imagine 5,000 people named Alex sign up. Congratulations, chaos has arrived. So databases assign a unique ID to every record, like user 1, user 2, user 3, and so on. That way the database never gets confused. Unlike me trying to remember passwords I created 3 minutes ago. Now here is where things get interesting. Imagine a library with millions of books. If the librarian searched every single shelf, whenever you asked for a book, you would probably retire before finding it. Databases solve this using something called indexing. An index works like the table of contents in a book. Instead of searching everything, the database jumps directly to the correct location, which is why Google can find results in milliseconds instead of saying, "Please wait while we search the entire internet." Step 5. What happens when you update data? Let's say your age changes from 22 to 23 because apparently birthdays keep happening. You update your profile, the database finds your record and changes the value. It doesn't create a whole new person, it simply updates the existing record. Nice and efficient, right? Step 6. What happens when you delete data? Suppose you delete a photo from an app, the database marks that record for removal. Depending on the system, it might delete it immediately or remove it later during cleanup. Think of it like deleting files from your computer. They are gone from your view, but the system still has some work to do behind the scenes. Step 7. How databases handle millions of users. Now imagine YouTube, millions of videos, billions of comments, and trillions of views. If everything was stored in a giant file, the servers would probably start crying. So databases split data across multiple systems and servers. This allows them to handle huge amounts of information without turning into a digital traffic jam. Step 8. How databases keep data safe. Imagine your bank stored all customer data in one computer and that computer suddenly said, "Today feels like a good day to stop working." Not ideal. So databases create backups. They often store copies in multiple locations. If one server fails, another one can take over. Because losing cat videos is sad, losing bank records is slightly worse. Step 9. How apps talk to databases. Apps don't directly dig through database files. Instead, they ask questions. For example, show me user number 15, get all comments on this video, find products under $100. The database receives the request, finds the data, and sends it back. Kind of like ordering food at a restaurant. You don't walk into the kitchen and start opening ovens yourself, hopefully. Here's the crazy thing. Every like you give, every comment you write, every profile you create, every online purchase, every meme you accidentally send to the wrong person, all of it eventually becomes rows and columns inside databases somewhere. For us, it's a website. For the database, it's just data waiting to be organized. And somehow, these systems can store billions of records while still finding your information in a fraction of a second, which is honestly pretty impressive. So the next time you log into an app, upload a photo, or watch a video online, remember behind all those fancy interfaces is a database, quietly storing, organizing, updating, and retrieving your data. No magic, no secret wizardry, just really smart systems working behind the scenes. And now you finally know how databases store your data. If you learned something interesting today, drop a like, subscribe to Dear Coder, and I will see you in the next video.